Good evening, and welcome to another episode of Bridging the Gap. I'm your host, Ramont Williams. We have a split show tonight. We're going to have a two-part. So the second part, all of you will be able to call in and ask questions to the panelists, if you will. So can you introduce yourself, starting with you, Steph?
Hi, I'm Steph. I'm from Reno.
Somebody got noise in the background. Okay, it went away. All right, LaShonda.
Hi, my name is The Woods, and I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada.
So nice of you to join us. Drip.
The one and only, no facade against all odds, Drip God. Hello.
I'm just Fred. That's it in Las Vegas.
Okay, so welcome everybody to the show. Let's get this thing crack-a-lacking, as the dripster would say. So our topic today, the first part of the show, is should men be responsible for another man's child? So I'll pose that question to the entire panelists, and let's start with you, Ms. Steph, because it seems like this is something you're eager to get involved in.
Thank you. So I think if you're dating, no. I think that kids are a big ass responsibility, and no, I don't think it's another man's job to take care of another man's kid. I think if you're like locked in, I think that just comes with the territory. It's the same way as if you're crossing the street and you see some kid you don't know crossing the street, you're gonna look out for that kid either way. You know, whether that's your kid or you know that kid, is kind of like the same thing. So that's how I feel about it.
Nicely said. I really get to you at the moment. But if you guys go a step further and you get into a relationship, then yes, because the kid come with the territory of the woman, so whatever package she has, you have it down too. But I mean, at the same time, don't exclude the real father out. So, yeah. But if you want to be the man of the house, you be the man of the house. You don't pick and choose what kids you're going to take care of.
I got to do the show. Oh, shit.
What you think, Drip?
Should a man be responsible for another man's child? Absolutely not. Why I say that is, like you said, she got 4 kids, and if I show up with something to eat, morally, yeah, I know genuine people want to bring food for the other kids, but is it that man's responsibility to show up and buy food for all 4 of those kids if only one of them kids is his? Absolutely not. You better be happy that he's showing up for your 1 kid, let alone the rest of your 3 kids. How you know he ain't got enough money financially to support and buy the other 3 kids, some food when he out here struggling, you got him on child support. Who knows the case? So absolutely not. Hell no. Should, I show up and feed the whole crew? Yeah, I would like to. But, after all the slandering and bullshit and disrespect, it comes a man's way in the process that you hear it all the time. He ain't never did nothing. It's like, damn if you do, damn if you don't. But hell no, you should be responsible. You made the kid with her, and that's the kid you attend to. That's just what it is.
I gotta jump in on
So
that.
are you saying
I
that
got a mouthful on that, because you wouldn't show up with food to feed 1 kid and not show up to feed all the other kids. Like, who does that?
No, that's not.
I think
I just
unfair.
explained that. Yeah, morally people would think that, but like I said, if she got 4 kids and I show up to support my kid, which I'm responsible for, that I signed up for, Yeah, I want to be able to bring the other kids food, and sometimes I may do that. But on one time that I don't do that, I don't want to hear nobody say shit. I'm there to support my kid and handling my business with my son or daughter. And after that, I have to hear nothing else.
Are you
So,
talking about
that's
if
how it
you're
goes.
not in a relationship with the woman, or are you talking about you in a relationship with the woman?
I'm saying, I mean, what is it based on? That you're with her or without her?
If you're with her,
It sounds like you're with her. Well, that's something you sign up for, but that's something you sign up for morally. But are you responsibly? No, you're not. You're not responsible for that. No.
So, okay, so like if you're
Because I
dating
wouldn't
the
wanna show
woman
up
and she
anywhere
has
with
4
her food with one
kids,
kid.
you have one of your kid, most likely the one kid is going to be the kid after, the last kid, most likely. So do you say when you get food, you just get for you, her, and your kid, and then the other kids got to sit there and look around if they going to eat? Is that what you're saying?
That's gonna cost.
I'm gonna tell her to get on the phone and call their dad. You know.
I mean, but the thing about it is, you signed up
No.
for you knew she had 3 other kids before you got with her and had that kid with her. So quite naturally, more than morally, you should take care of the kids. The kids didn't ask to be born, and they daddy should be supporting, but you signed up. You knew she had those kids, so therefore you signed up for taking care of all mouths, not just your kid and her and you.
And not even just that, if you're locked in, especially if they're little kids, and you're gonna grow a relationship with those kids. And if you want those kids, because everybody, we want our partner, our parents, or whatever to respect. We want our kids to respect us, right? So how can you build that bridge if you're like, here, you ain't my kid, so I ain't fucking feeding you. I won't even show up anywhere, even if it's my nephews or just a random place. If there's hella kids there, I'm gonna bring for everybody, and that's how I am. Even if I don't know those kids or whatever, because you can't. That's just okay. No offense, I'm not racist, but that's some shit white people do. Let's keep that above. Like, I'm not gonna show up with food for one person and let everybody watch me eat. Make it make sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, sometimes it can be. Go ahead. Sometimes it can be some financial problems there. This is hypothetically speaking. It has nothing to do with my life or my lifestyle, but. I mean, morally, yeah, I would want to see the other kids eat, of course, just like feeding animals, you want everybody to eat, of course, but like there is certain things, if you have a few dogs, they all gather around, everybody want to eat. I get it, but I'm saying,
what if dogs we're talking about?
I know.
Well, see, if it was me and those were my kids, that one child is not going to eat in front of my other kids. They all even, because more than likely their father probably is providing food for your.
I mean, like I say, it's not technically his responsibility. That's just a position you decide to take on. Now, you might want to take on that position. Okay, is she there for you to be the financial investor, or does she like you, or she's into you? Because you can't lean on, and as a woman, you cannot lean on that man like that if you see him working a regular job, and his finances might not go that far. So,
But that's why you communicate and say, okay,
but
what are we doing for dinner? Let's go half and half. But you cannot, I repeat, you cannot just say, here, let me go buy food for this one kid and let everybody just watch this kid eat.
No, I know that.
That's
I know
like you
that. I
crossing
was
the street
speaking
saying,
from.
oh my God, that ain't my kid. I'm going to let this fool cross the street and get hit by a car. You are not going to do that.
I was
Nobody on this
speaking
planet going to do that.
Oh,
I was speaking from an aspect of a baby dad standpoint. Go ahead, I'm listening.
Resentment from the other kids. It's going to cause a separation. Everybody has to eat. It's got to think about like a cheaper way to feed everybody, if it's a financial thing.
Better hit that little fucking 5 for 5 hot and ready pizza or something.
Yeah. It's only fair. You know, it's only fair. That's all.
I was speaking from a baby dad standpoint. I wasn't speaking from, you know, being
But
with a
see,
female.
but see,
with
when
four
you
kids.
get in a relationship, you can't speak from the baby daddies. Then you got to speak from the man.
But let me
You
Yeah.
can't be the baby daddy.
Right, but I ain't gonna be with no female with 4 kids. First
let
and
me
foremost.
let me ask the question.
Yeah.
Let me ask the question to the women. And I know, LaShonda, you don't have children, and this is not any type of condescending question to you either, Step. And the women that's in the comment box. So you go out, and I think I kind of alluded to this on the last show, and you get your heels kicked up in the air. You have these children, right? You never make any suggestion as far as marriage, but you continue to have children. Now, whether this male is a man or not, it's only obvious he's not what you thought he would be, or he would be present in his children's life, or he would be in some type of relationship with you still. So, is it fair? I'm talking about realistically for a man to come in and take on the responsibility of another man when that man is not incarcerated or deceased.
Again, I think if you're in the dating phase, obviously no, because you're not even locked in at that point. But if you're locked in and, like, let's say you're laid up and you moved in together, then you take on that role. And me as a woman, I don't expect nobody to pay my way. I'm gonna cover my own shit. And honestly, even if I ask you, I got it on lock. Like, period. Sometimes I'll just ask just to see how you move, because I want to get an idea of how you move. But the reality is I don't need nobody to pay my way or take care of my kids. I do that shit on my own. But it's really the point of the matter. It's not even about the finances, because trust me, everybody ain't got money and things are expensive. But sometimes it's just a matter of, are you willing? You know what I mean? Are you willing, to do your part? Like, I would never say, here, go drop a bag on a meal, because you're going to come out of pocket feeding this house. You know what I mean? But at the same time, if I come at you and I ask you, just like, I always got it covered. But sometimes as women, we will ask you just to see where your mindset is, because it's an expectation. Just like LaShonda was saying, like, when you're in a relationship as a man of the house, it don't matter about the finances. We can work on that together. You know what I mean? But it's the point of the matter, really.
But I think
I'll never date somebody that will be like, let me go feed one kid. And that's even if you're a friend or a relative, I don't fuck with people that are gonna pull up and feed one kid. I just don't.
I think you're missing my point, Step. In my last marriage, my ex-wife had 2 little boys that I helped raise. I never even entertained the thought about their fathers because I was with their mom. So, of course, what I did, and I had 2 of my sons with me at the time. So what I did for mine, I equally did for hers. When I chastised mine, I chastised hers. But what I'm saying is it truly fair to any man to be put in a situation where he has to take on the responsibility of another man if that man is still present?
It ain't about fair to the man. It's about what's fair to the kids. Sometimes as parents, we gotta set our shit aside and look at what's fair to the kids.
Wait. Time out. What do you mean it's not fair to the man? The man has to take on the responsibility to feed, clothe, and shelter.
He doesn't have to. He can keep it pushing. If you just said it yourself. You, in your past relationship, she had 2 sons. As a man, you automatically knew what to do, and you didn't need nobody to tell you, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take care of this kid and take care of mine.
You missed my point. You missed my point. Whether I did or not, what I'm saying is, it fair to men that's coming forth in the future? Let's put it like that. Okay. Is it fair to men that's coming forth that you lay up and have children by multiple men, and now a man has to take on that responsibility because the fathers failed to be fathers?
Again, I understand the question.
Well, I
I'm
mean,
not
when
saying
you
they
come
don't
into
have to
that
do anything.
relationship,
It's a decision based on if you're in a relationship with her or not.
Yeah,
You know,
but you don't have
I
to
mean,
do
the thing
anything.
about
You
it
can
is,
decide, I don't want to take on this role. And
I'm
keep it
pretty
pushing.
sure I'm pretty sure when she meet this new person after all those failed relationships and got the kids, I'm pretty sure the next person that she want is a role model for her child, for her kids.
Hopefully.
So therefore, you're gonna pick somebody that's family oriented. So when you're family oriented, it's not a question. You know you're gonna take care of those kids without even somebody saying for you to take it. And he's saying, is it fair? It's not fair, but it's reality. Because the fathers, the fathers should be taking care of their responsibility.
Who's reality?
Reality is that the kids is there.
Okay, but they're not.
Regardless if the dads are taking care of.
But again, back to what you said, Ramon, you took on that role automatically. Nobody needs to sit you down and tell you that.
You keep bringing me into the equation. We're talking about men that's moving forward. We're not talking about what I did in the past because I'm not doing that again. Okay? So that's out the question.
Never ever.
You know, just like I'm not expecting any woman to come into my life and take care of my daughter. I take care of my daughter. You know what I'm saying? So we fuck around. But as far as what you're talking about is shacking up, I don't want no female shacking up in my house. And I'm most.
But that's what we're talking about. If she's gonna move forward with a new man, it's gonna be marriage. It's gonna be marriage. And then if I was gonna move forward,
you're assuming you're
willing to take care of all the kids, not just certain kids.
LaShonda, listen to what you're saying. Yeah. You're assuming it's gonna be marriage.
Hell yeah, it's gonna be marriage because I ain't going.
No. But you say about shacking up. We ain't shacking up unless we get married.
Okay. So who are you speaking for? You or all the million of women that stand with niggas right now?
I'm speaking for myself because that's their thing. They have to figure out in their mind what they gonna do. But for me, if I had kids and I had failed relationships, the next person I would get in a relationship with is not somebody that want to shack up and don't want to do the marriage thing. It's gonna have to be the marriage thing, and it's gonna have to be somebody that's family oriented and that don't mind taking care of the kids. Because we're trying to be a family. We're not trying to be.
If you bring up this marriage thing, right? How many people that you know, realistically, let's take the morality out of it. Let's take the principality out of it. Let's take the church out of it. How many people do you know, honestly know, that still believe in the institution of marriage today?
You know, really, it's really rare.
Exactly.
But if they were smart, because I mean, like, we don't want to keep doing the same thing over and over again. So therefore, you're gonna have to stop and revamp everything. Okay, now,
how old are you, LaShonda?
I am 46.
You're 46. I can guarantee you.
And you look damn good for 46, by the way.
Okay.
Thank you.
That out there.
Listen. I can guarantee you in your lifetime, the institution of marriage will not excel.
I mean, it really ain't. A lot of people just want to shack up because they don't want that commitment. They don't want the responsibility. And they just, you know what I'm saying? Marriage is not a thing anymore. And sometimes they get married and marriage still ain't a thing because people still out there cheating and doing all what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? It's very rare that you would find somebody that really want to do the institutional of marriage, you know, that way and be for real with it, you know?
Can you define institutional marriage? What is that for you? I think it's different for everybody. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, the thing about it is, if I was ever to get married, which I am, it's the thing about it is what people fail to realize is you're not taking the vows just with the two of you. You're taking the vow with God. So therefore, you want to step on the big man's toes, you know what I'm saying? Get married and go cheat and all that kind of stuff.
With all the divorces that's going on, God's foot should be fucked up. Seriously. You know what I'm saying?
But guess what? Because they didn't take it serious. Yeah. See, when I get married, I'm gonna take it serious. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be me and that person and God. That's it. It ain't gonna be I'm sneaking over here, sneaking over there. So
let me ask you this, LaShonda. You get married. We had
Yeah.
a young lady on the show, last week, Fred, Elisa, and she told a story of this fairy tale wedding or this relationship that she just woke up one day and dissolved, and then she decided to cross over. Okay, so my thing is, with your ideology or the ideology that you embrace about the institution of marriage, once you make this commitment, and I'm not saying, because you know my heart go out to you, my best wishes to you and this guy, but if it does hypothetically go awry, then what do we conclude from that?
That he wasn't serious about marriage.
Okay,
Because
so
I'm serious about marriage.
why is it always on the man?
No, what I'm saying, no, you just asked me the question. You just asked me a question because, see, the thing about it is the reason why marriages fail is because they didn't get to know each other in the first beginning. And then when they got married, they wasn't really serious about the marriage or God or whatever. But I'm serious about what God say about marriage is forever.
This lady said she was married 20 plus years.
Yeah, somebody dropped the ball. One of the two dropped the ball because God didn't drop the ball.
Okay, hold on. Do you know statistic wise that most of the relationships that fail or end in
because of
divorce?
women?
Exactly.
I'm saying that because I knew that's what you was gonna say.
No,
it failed because
didn't do the
individuals.
survey.
It don't even matter if it's
do the
female
survey.
or male. It failed because individuals. You know, a lot of people, you know, got married because it was the hype thing. We got this bomb wedding. We got people coming to see us, you know, but that ain't what marriage is about. You know, it's nice to have a nice wedding and all that, but like my dad said, after you married, you're married. So it better be more than just that going down there with that fly tux and all that and that bomb dress. It gotta be more than that.
Well, only thing I can say is this: my hat goes off to any man that takes on a responsibility, because I'm talking about it's a great responsibility and it's commendable for a man that's not the biological father of a child to engage in a relationship with a woman and rear those children as though they were his. But
yeah,
but the responsibility, men today have so much responsibility that no one shows us appreciation. No one tells us or asks us, you know, if we're happy, if we're sad, if we're all right. Baby, do you need your feet rubbed? Is your back okay? How's work today? Now, I know there may be women that do that, but I know a lot of women that don't do that. And I'm not saying that women can't possess those traits. I'm just saying it's on a rare occasion that it happens. You know, we want to be appreciated too, because at the end of the day, we're the ones that have to go out and tackle this world to make sure that our families are safe and provided for. Okay, and when women take on the selfish position that men have to do this and men have to do that, you know, I'm talking about it's a heavy load. And I wish I could show this video that I just seen today with this young lady that was talking about she wouldn't trade the places of being a man. And if you could see it, it would almost bring tears to your eyes, because men don't get no credit for anything. It's almost like God put the burden on us to carry the world, okay? And then our family and friends don't even try to make it no better for it, because they just keep pushing and pushing and pushing. And then when men do go awry, and I'm not saying that it's justified, but they act like they don't understand. But women, on the other hand, not being condescending, I'm just making a factual state. When women feel overwhelmed, then it's expected automatically for sympathy and empathy and all these things. But with men, it's like Hey, you a man, broaden your shoulders up, straighten your back up. You got that. That's what you was designed for. But see, that's when men want that equality too.
Well, see, the thing, okay, so with that, okay, you said that we want y'all to straighten them shoulders up and all that kind of stuff, but you want us to have them broad shoulders, you know what I'm saying?
Listen,
Yeah, I want to be treated like
with what
kings and all
Ramon
that. You know, the real way. You know, you want to be treated like kings and all that stuff, and have you looking good in front of your friends and all that kind of stuff. But it comes with that.
what comes
taking
with
care of the house and all that kind of stuff.
Okay, so if that's a man's, if we're gonna play this gender role, okay, so what the fuck is the role of a woman other than complaining and bitching all the time?
Hold
Okay.
on, let me interject.
Well, that's
So the
some.
role of
We
a
got
man
to go
and a
back.
woman is to
We got to
create a human.
rephrase that. That's some. Because see, me, I like for my man to look good in front of his friends, and even when his friends ain't around. So therefore, tomorrow, when the friends come over, guess what? I'll cook again. Make sure it's another meal so I can make sure everybody eat. Baby, you want me to do this or whatever? I'm with all that.
But LaShonda,
You know what I'm saying? Or
LaShonda,
ironing his clothes.
Listen, boo. Me and you have had this conversation on numerous occasions. You are a very rare and unique woman. The most of them sluts out there, they can't cook, clean, they can't do shit but complain and beg. That's it. And try to emasculate men and expect men like us to be their fucking pawns. And it's not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen.
See, that's why everybody have to have their role. Everybody have to play their role. Everybody got a role, even whether they want to admit it or not. Everybody got a role, and if everybody will play their role, it'll be immaculate. It'll be nice.
Yeah,
play their role.
Yeah,
in
a fantasy world, but in this world that we live in, that's not gonna happen. That's not reality. It's not. It may be for some people, but for the majority, it's not. What you say, Steph?
I disagree with that because you're categorizing women. Look, all of us have our flaws about us. Ain't nobody perfect. But if you think that women just expect and don't get put nothing in, then you fucking with the wrong girls. Because for me, I'm not gonna sit back if I'm in a relationship and just watch somebody slave away while I kick my damn feet up at home. That's not how it's gonna work.
Okay. Let me ask you this, Steph, and I'm gonna pose this to you too, LaShonda. Mm-hmm. If you so hardly and strongly believe in what just came out your mouth, why ain't you campaigning to get other women on board with your mindset?
Because, like you said, these bitches are ran through like a marathon. They're a lost cause. What the fuck? It ain't my job to get them hoes on the bandwagon.
Hey, Fred.
I'm fucking cheerleader for these girls.
We can't make this shit up. I'm talking about the reality of it is.
Well, you know what?
You may have exceptional women, and I'm not saying all women are like this, but a vast majority of them hoes out there are fucked up, real serious.
And you're
right. I'm not
you're
knocking
right.
it, and I'm not saying you're wrong. You're right. About 98% of them are fucked.
But you have to also blame the men for it too, because they set the criteria of what women think men want. Like when they like these videos, you got the women on there twerking and stuff. Yeah, y'all looking at the booties moving, and y'all all yeah. But then at the same breath, you turn around and call them hoes and stuff. But y'all setting the criteria.
In the bedroom by yourself behind closed doors, not for.
Listen. I said, hey, Fred, this is what we're gonna do. The next show that we have is gonna be about these deadbeat men. Now I'm gonna say this towards all men that's not men, but I'm gonna still put the responsibility on your court. If you women are attracted to these no good, degenerate ass men just because they dick may be down to their knees, or they may eat pussy good, or they may drive a fucking Hellcat or something, then that's shame on you. You don't have a right to come complain to real men when we try to approach you when you keep choosing these wannabe so-called bad boys that ain't about shit. That's what I'm saying.
And I agree with that, but I think it's more deeper than that. I think that, and I'm telling you this from my experience. So when we're younger, we don't think
Oh
in
no,
depth like that.
no. We're not gonna do the young thing. We're not gonna do the young thing. Most of you females is as old as dirt. So you can't say, oh, when I was young, we all made bad
Y'all
choices.
say that bullshit.
If you're over a certain age and you're still making fucked up choices, come on, man.
No, I'm not using the young thing as an excuse. I'm just saying it's an epidemic now because it's like this is what I think. When we're in a
Whose fault is it?
relationship, we
Whose
set that
fault is it?
foundation.
Whose
So
fault is
whatever
it?
you fucking let slide, you can expect somebody to go ice skating. Whatever, that's what relationships are. The purpose of being a unit is because the man brings like the masculinity into it, and the woman's supposed to bring the nurturing into it. But we gotta, again, this goes back to history. If you think about how it used to be, the dude used to go to work and the girl used to stay home and cook and push the broom around the house. So it's evolution, of course, has changed the game. And now,
And the men at the house ain't even pushing the broom. And the woman is out there in the Hellcat getting the din.
Okay.
And that's the fact. She ain't lying about that.
Listen, we understand that society has evolved and it has granted women a lot of greater opportunity than the women in the past. Okay, women are getting better education. They're getting better careers.
We laced up now. We ain't playing on that shit.
They're creating businesses. We get that part.
And
okay,
after the women go out there and in the Hellcat getting the din and all that, they come home and push the broom and all that while he pushed his butt on the couch and playing video games.
Okay, again, whose fault is that?
Hey, it's the woman's fault because she should throw that video game out
They'll go ice skating on you
and tell him go get a job.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. Listen, I'm gonna tell you this. My cousin said this. May she rest in peace. She said, "P, you know, dick and pussy make people do some of the strangest shit. I don't care how you dice it. If you stuck on dick, you stuck on dick. It's just that simple. I don't care how you dice it up, and I don't care how sorry that man is. As soon as that thing stand up, all those thoughts and shit you got go out the door, and you jump right on that motherfucker.
You know what? You know that is really true
though.
because it can be we be talking and complaining about the person, and then minute he comes, well, no, I gotta go. I'll see y'all later. Like he was the best thing since sliced bread. But he just, driving your car, didn't put no gas in it, and didn't even come pick you up from work. You had to call somebody else to come pick you up.
Okay, let me ask you this: Why do you think men or women stay in toxic relationships?
Because they scared to be alone.
because they're stupid.
That too. They scared to be alone.
They scared to be alone,
really
or they stupid?
Because this is what I think. So I think that when we're in a relationship, we stick with whatever's comfortable. So as you were mentioning earlier, like, why do women pick bad boys? It's not that we pick bad boys. Women like a masculine man. We want a masculine man that's going to lead us, right? And lead the way. And then we got to bring that nurturing side to it. But the thing is, we get the shit mixed up. We think because you're a bad boy, right? We get it twisted and we mistake that for masculinity. You feel me? Really, we just want to feel secure and we want to feel safe. Like, so we found somebody that's going to protect our heart. That's really all we're looking for.
Really? Really? So you're telling me that you go out and pick a degenerate, and this is how I'm gonna classify these guys.
I don't pick a degenerate. I never picked a degenerate.
Okay, where they at?
They pick Bob.
Where they at?
Well, again, back to what we said before. Me and my baby's dad still got a thing going on. But again, back to what our past, the last show. I got 8 kids. I got 5 by the first dude. He's a mark. I ain't gonna lie. But my second baby's dad, he raised my 5 kids, and my 5 kids call him dad. You know what I mean? And he didn't have to do that.
He at?
at his house. Again, we ain't together like that. We just smash here and there, but it is what it is. Like, I don't want to add any bodies onto. I'm not going to add to my body count. Like, fuck no, I'm not going to do that because again, back to that last. There's a lot of
Listen.
with that.
Listen. I really like you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna put you on blast like that. But you have to be mindful of the things you said. I'm not specifically talking about you. I'm speaking about certain women. Okay, because here's reality. We have so many women, and I don't want to kind of jump off subject, but since we really don't have a topic here other than should men be responsible for another child, I think we've went past that. Okay, so we're on the second part. So my thing is this: anything we do as adults in life, we should be willing to take accountability for. In your case, you take full responsibility, but so often. And I don't want to make this out of a men versus women thing, because that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to convey a point here by saying that so often, to go back to what you said about you're looking for someone to protect your heart. That's just like you going to a car lot and you see old busted down bucket sitting over there. You think that car is going to get you to A to B because it's cheaper than a certified used car or a new car. I'm talking about you got to use logic. Just because a man has on a certain attire, just because a man has a certain lingo, you know what I'm saying, don't mean that he's a man. Y'all have to quit digging at the bottom of the barrel.
I agree with that.
Working with these dudes, having children by these dudes, and then more mature, established and esteemed men have to reap the butt of the poor decisions that you made when you're younger. That's all I'm saying.
No, and I agree with that. I agree with that. And again, back to what you were saying, you had asked, why do women keep digging at the bottom of the barrel? Because women with low self-esteem do that. Women who, the thing about relationships is, the bottom line is, it doesn't matter who you're with. We set the foundation. Whatever you slide, you can expect a motherfucker to go ice skating. So if you want a solid relationship and you want to build on that, you got to say, okay, off top, the disrespect, we're not going to go for that, because you shouldn't have to on both sides, right? So the second you say, okay, we have an argument, you want to be coming out of your mouth and being disrespectful, and you let that slide, don't expect it to change. You can't blame nobody else but yourself. We set the foundation. We have control of our life, and we build on that foundation. Whatever you slide, you can expect a motherfucker to go ice skating. If you get cheated on by a dude and you take his ass back, do you think that man's going to change? No, he's going to think in his mind, well, she took me back the last time. And guess what? He's going to go ice skating on your ass. The same way if you get in an argument.
Add more to his body count.
Yeah.
So
you know what I'm saying? So whatever you want, whatever is meaningful to you, you got to stand on that and not fold. And if something goes awry, you got to be out that bitch.
Let me ask you this.
If you sit there and try to work it out, the problem is, hold up. The problem is, we got to trust the universe and understand everything happens for us, not to us. So when the universe moves you out of a situation, you can fight all you want and say, I want this to work. But guess what? The universe don't work like that. The universe knows what the fuck it is, and it's going to put you through a cycle like clockwork and force you into that state. You're going to end up at square one over and over until you say, you know what? I accept what you're trying to, I realize you're trying to do this for me and not to me. And I'm going to trust you, and you got to just accept it and just keep it pushing. That's what you got to do.
So do you see yourself in the near, how old are you, Steph?
I'm 40. I'm old as shit. Don't be asking me.
Girl, don't say you old, because I'm 46.
You're
you old, girl. We just better with time.
You're 40 years old, right? So you know that clock is ticking. Okay, so you're past the point of children. So do you see yourself in the near future being in a meaningful and a productive relationship?
No, I do not.
Why not?
Because again, if you want to really love somebody, it starts with yourself. You got to love yourself. I love myself. And I have a plan, and nothing or nobody is going to intervene in that plan. Again, I'm very considerate of other people's time. I cannot give a man the time and attention that they need. You know, I can't do that. And that wouldn't be fair for me to try to do that and jump into something when I can't give it my all. I can't. I got too much going on and it's just really not fair. So I'm very mindful of that. If I offer you $1 billion right now to give me a day back, you can't do it. And you don't know anybody on this planet that could do it. So your time is your most valuable asset. Once you spend it, it's gone. And I got, again, like you just said, I'm 40, my clock is ticking and I got to go. I got, you know, places I'm going and I'm going to get there and I don't have time to let anybody interfere with that.
So it's assumed that you're going to purchase a dog or a cat.
Not at all. That's like a kid with no diaper.
Okay.
I we were doing cats and monkeys. I mean, cats and dogs anymore. We're doing monkeys. We're doing finger monkeys.
Sure.
Yeah, well that's a new analogy to me.
No, I'm serious. We're doing not just an analogy. We're doing monkeys.
Okay. Hey,
Fred,
Fred.
why are you so quiet up there? You better chime in. We want to hear what you got to say about
Fred.
I couldn't jump in. I was doing this like double dutch. I couldn't get in. Y'all niggas kept on spinning.
You gotta know.
I couldn't get in.
Hey,
We
Fred,
36 minutes in.
since we're on the second half, why don't you
I
pose
missed the whole first half. I couldn't even get my pen out.
let's turn this over to you, Fred, and you pose the questions to the comment box and let's get some responses from them. Some questions to the panelists.
Man, who we got in here, man? We're gonna have to zip through this. We see Shalon in here. Shalon agreed. She said she wasted some time being young, but she ain't afraid to be alone, though. She said she was stupid for a long time.
So is she making a statement or asking a question?
Nah, she making a statement. It's hard to go back in these comments because we done skipped so many of them because they was coming in fast.
Okay, well let's start from now and let's pose the questions. Who was this? Lola Baby, Kayla, Benjamin, Shalon. That's you. Who else? Polo, Paul, Kiera, Dime Piece, Danielle.
So Polo made a good statement there. You know, this whole dating a single mother is almost like a lose-lose for a man. One, you spending your money and resources on kids that's not yours. Two, if you're in a relationship with her and she decides to ever leave you, and this bond that you built with her kids, you have no rights to those kids. So you actually lose twice as a man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but a woman, well, if you treat her kids right, she will literally appreciate you. And even if she don't communicate that often, a woman will always appreciate you for that. Like my baby's dad's downstairs right now. He just got here. And my kids love this man. Like, you know, and even if we separated, because again, we kind of off and on, my kids call him and they have a really good relationship. So it's not a lose-lose. You know what I mean? It just depends on how you move, and it don't matter. At the end of the day, we got to put ourselves aside and look at the kids and what matters and is meaningful for the kids.
The thing is, you think now, especially around this age, most women got kids at this age. So as a man, if I'm out there in the dating market and I'm meeting a woman, I mean, 9 times out of 10, she's going to have a kid. Now, if we're dating, I eventually meet our kids, we could have a cool bond with each other. You know what I mean? And things might not work out between me and you or any other lady, and you move on, I'll move on. But again, if you do create a bond with them kids, she can't just disappear and there's nothing you can do about it. You know what I'm saying? Unlike
but the bond is still there with the kids.
His kids, and he got rights. But
yeah,
you spent your time, your money, and again, your resources on kids that's not yours. So it's hard. It's hard, you know, sometimes dating a woman with kids. And I understand. I looked in the comments. I understand what some of the women are saying. But at the same time, I didn't see it on the opposite end. It's good to say have a man spend his money on your kids, but you spending your money on his kids. What if a man comes to the table and he got kids? His kids might not live with him because most kids are living with the mom. So we're going to be honest about that.
But you got to deal with them baby mamas.
Sometime, and we got to deal with them crazy baby dads. You know what I'm saying? We got to deal with our baby mama and we got to deal with your baby daddy. You know,
I
y'all
think at
might
the
just
end of the
talk
day, it
shit.
doesn't matter because what you do, and it doesn't matter who you do it for, whether it's for kids
Or
whether
y'all
it's
gonna
some
spend y'all
random you
money
see
on the
street.
kid? Would you spend your
I
money on
have.
the man kids?
I have, and
I
I don't have kids, but I have. I spent it on daycare. I spent it on even taking them off the hands of the parents and spending time with them.
Yeah.
Stuff like
And I
that.
do
You know
that
what I'm
for
saying? Because
random
you want
kids. I do
something,
it
you
for my
want something
nephews.
real and you want it to work. So you're gonna go the extra mile to do that. You know what I'm saying? I deal with kids, and I even deal with the baby mamas too.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me show y'all this. Can y'all see that?
It could be both. I think it's a two-way street. I think so. She says, I'm confused. So is it only the woman that has kids and the man doesn't have kids? We were talking about that earlier. I think it, regardless of
Well,
whether
I
the
mean,
mom
for the
or the,
topic is basically if the woman have the kids, but in reality, it can fly both ways because men have kids too. They don't just come to the table with no baggage. They come to the table with baggage too. You know, I had someone that had kids, and you know, kids don't understand how grown-ups understand. So when the kids, you know, say we have set time for us to go out, but the kids want to spend time with their dad, I'm not gonna sit there and say, well, no, we had time, we were supposed to go out. You know, kids don't understand that. So I'll be like, well, you know what? Spend that time with your kids. You know what I'm saying? I'll get back with you.
and a person that's for you is never going to interfere with that. And again, it goes back to the same thing as using a kid as crossing the street. If somebody's for you, and it don't even have to be a relationship, as a moral duty as adults, we have a moral duty to look out for kids. If I'm crossing the street and there's some little ass kid that I had never seen in my life about to cross that street and get hit by a car, I'm going to intervene and say, no, come here, let me keep you safe.
So I think earlier when we first started the show and the comment Drip was making, there was something that went viral on YouTube, and it was about a guy. He was no longer with the baby mom no more. She had 4 kids, and he came to visit his son. He brought McDonald's over for his son, and she started cussing him out outside in the streets while he didn't bring food for the rest of the kids. He said, "Hey, I brought food for my kid. You know, that's my responsibility." And it became this whole big viral thing because he didn't buy kids for the other kids. And it went back and forth. Some people said he did what he was supposed to do. That was not his responsibility. And
He did what he was supposed to do because he made sure his child ate.
Yeah.
But that's
But
morally
being that,
wrong, though. Let me ask you guys.
What if he didn't have no
something,
money?
right? If you had a kid and you had a girl that came in that didn't have kids, would you feel bad? Let's say she had a kid and you have your kid. Or the same with your daughter, Ramon. Would you feel cool if the girl showed up and brought one of those kids food and left your kid out? Hell no.
Well, if I'm not in a relationship with her, she has that right.
But would that? But at the end of the day, that's not going to sit
Good,
well.
good. Okay, good point, Ramon. Because on that video, he's no longer with this woman anymore. He has no tie to the kids in that house, not even ties with her. He brought his kids something to eat. I get if you dating a guy and this long and y'all serious about each other, and he bring food for the other kids because it's a package deal. But it's not a package deal. He's not with her no more.
But most likely he's been in that house and he's been around those kids and stuff like that. Y'all talk about bonds or whatever.
There you go.
How is he
the kid? No, she didn't have the kids. His kid was older. She went and had separate relationships after him and had other kids. His kid wasn't the youngest one. So
I think it depends how long they've been together. If this was like a short relationship and you didn't bond with them kids, okay, whatever. But if you were locked in for a good 10, 15, 20 years, that's like a common sense thing.
Steps. No, it doesn't work like that. I'm talking about if you're in a relationship, whether you bond with the kids or not, once you leave that relationship and you have a child there, your responsibility is only to your child. Your
That's not true. My baby's dad is here right
kid.
now. I'll bring his ass up here. If he brings food for his kids, he brings for all these kids, and that's just
that's what he chooses to do. That's not his responsibility, though.
But it's rude to disregard the kids. The kids didn't ask to be.
There we go again. Y'all want.
But I do understand when you saying that it's not his responsibility because his responsibility is to his child. I understand that. But I mean, if it was me, I would bring for all the kids. You know what I'm saying? Because
But we
it's
assuming,
not the kids' fault
I
that they
know.
hungry or
But
anything like that.
you're assuming that every man got means to feed other kids. What if that
No,
man
no,
is
no.
barely
I'm
living by
saying,
himself,
Don't bring any
and all
food.
he
I
got in
got
his pocket
covered.
is to feed his kid?
Then don't bring any food. I got it covered.
What if he
Somebody
barely
feed my
even
kids
had, but
regardless.
his kid got to eat? That's not right.
That's why I'm a mom. It's my job to
He
make sure
gonna-
my kids
the
are
kid
safe.
gonna
I don't
eat what
need
the other kids gonna
somebody
eat.
dropping off
Wait
one meal for one
a
kid.
minute,
That's just
Steph.
not cool.
So what you're doing is you're being very restrictive on a man, because what you're saying is if he doesn't do things the way that you feel they should be done based on your morality, then it's wrong. That's not right.
No, I didn't say it was wrong.
Just like
That's not right.
let the other
Each their
kids
own. Everybody
eat
got
in
their
this
own thing
kid's
going on.
space.
But for me, I think it's a moral thing. If somebody just let's take a relationship completely out of this.
Yeah,
Again, I wouldn't show up anywhere if I know there's 10 kids there. I would not show up, even if I was just bringing Slurpees or whatever, for just my kids, so a bunch
That's
of other
you.
kids can watch their
That's
watch
you.
my kids.
That's you.
Again, to each their own. I just think for me, that's not something I would do.
Because I'm gonna tell you something. My daughter's mother, if she ever have more kids, when I come to do something for my daughter, is for my daughter, not her other kids.
And that's different. If you don't have no time, of course, because you guys
It
get together.
doesn't. It
So
doesn't
are
matter.
you saying like you guys separate? She has other kids that you ain't never met, and that's different.
Okay, so you still putting the responsibility. Just because I move into a house and I bond with a kid, that don't mean they're my responsibility when I leave.
It's not your responsibility. It's not.
So
But
what is
again,
it?
for me personally, and this is just what I would do, I wouldn't bring any. I would rather be like, here,
Again,
here's
that's
the money to
you.
feed my child. I'm sorry, I can't afford for everybody else, but I hope you got the rest.
That
you know what
man-
I'm saying?
that-
But I
that
wouldn't
man-
drop off a meal for one kid.
That
and
man
just
had a
buy.
parental right, whether he bought five Happy Meals or one. He selected to buy one for his child, and he was right in his parental rights.
I mean, to each their own. Again, for me,
I mean, there's what's that? Little Caesars. For that price of that Happy Meal, you could have got a slices of pizza for everybody.
Why is it that women always want everybody to empathize with their plight? Okay, that man
it
has
ain't
a
about
choice.
empathizing with our plight. It's about empathizing with kids that didn't have.
Okay, they're not his
understand
fucking
that I
kids.
ain't got shit to do
They're
with
not
what
his
you got going on.
kids.
But
They're not-
if I was coming to the man's house and he had more than just my kid there, I would have bought for all the kids.
Okay, that's you.
Okay, well, that's
like you
them.
showing up to a classroom on your kid's birthday, taking one cupcake for your kid and letting all the other fucking kids starve. You ain't
Oh,
gonna do
Guess
that.
what? Guess what?
anyway.
Don't bring that Happy Meal.
Okay,
Because everybody gonna get a fried
listen,
piece.
Throw me that
Listen,
$5 for that meal, and I'll
listen.
take care of the rest. But do
Listen.
not show
Everybody
up
gonna
here
get a
with the meal for one
fried.
kid.
Everybody
It's
gonna get a
make
piece of that
everybody
bun
feel
and
Listen.
that hamburger, whatever. We all gonna
Okay.
get a little nibble
Okay.
of it.
I'm gonna give y'all a dose of reality from a man. Okay, you can keep thinking on that nurturing shit if you want to. Okay, but the
Hey,
way
that's what we do.
hold
That's
on,
what we do.
the way y'all try to emasculate, disrespect men, and I'm not talking about you two particularly, but I'm talking about women in general. Okay, you can't expect any man, real man today that's got his shit together, to buy into that mindset that y'all talking about. Because when
It's not about
I know a couple of them that
that
will do that.
For two people, it's just
okay,
a
you
given.
know
It's
a
an
couple.
automatic thing.
The majority of men are not gonna buy into that shit. It's just that
But a
simple.
real man, it's not about buying into it.
Well,
It's
see,
wait a
well,
minute.
see, well, wait.
Wait a
Then
minute,
you
wait a
gotta
minute,
go
Steph.
back though. You gotta
Wait
go
a
back
minute.
to
What
when
the
they
fuck
was
do you mean a
kids.
real man?
Wait.
Have you ever
Then
dated a real
then
man?
Sometimes you got to go back to when they was kids, how they was brought up. Maybe
No,
those
don't
different things,
start
because
that
you know how
psycho-
stepdaddies,
analytical
stepdaddy,
shit. Look,
they
Shonda, stop.
have a
Stop.
stepdaddy for a
Stop.
reason.
You females, you women are fucked up in the head. Seriously.
No,
No,
when they
it's
was
not fucked
kids,
up in the
that
head.
stepdaddy
What do you
probably
mean? Y'all
No,
fucked up in the
traumatized
head.
No,
but
y'all
and
expect
so
this
now
shit.
Shit.
when
Hell
they
no.
Y'all
have
expect this
step kids
shit.
around
It's
too,
just
they
not
do
gonna
that
happen.
stuff.
It's not gonna happen. Yeah, you may get some simp ass nigga to buy into that puppet on the string shit y'all be trying to do.
That's not being a
Real
It
men
man.
ain't
are
about
not
it being a
buying into
simp.
that shit.
It ain't
That's
about
being a man. That's being a man.
No, how the
That's
fuck you
being a
know? You
man.
ain't got no dick? How you know what a man is? You ain't got no dick?
Hey, well, see, I don't have to have one.
Maybe in my
recognize
past life
one,
I
You
did.
don't know
Shit.
what a man is.
Huh?
You can't say what a real, but what
I
we
looked
can say,
at a
wait a
man
minute,
for.
but what we can
I looked
say,
at a man
Lashonda,
for.
no,
Wait.
no,
I
but
looked at
what
a
we
man
can
for
say,
44 years.
okay, no, but what we can say,
man
you
for
know,
44
who's not a real man is the niggas you used to fuck with.
The
No.
bottom line is dudes nowadays ain't built the same as
Wait.
they used to be, and
I
that's
looked
what
at
it
a
is.
man. I looked at a man for 44 years, and that was my father. He showed me what a real man do. Because see, like even though he kept everything in one house, if there was any situation where kids need to be fed, they wasn't his kids, but he fed them, regardless of what was going on. Because the kids is not at fault. It's the parents that's at fault.
Listen,
That's
But
like
anytime
you
there's a
having your
kid
kids have
involved,
sleepover
you
and
don't
you
look
say,
at
I'm gonna
those
feed my
grown
kid because it's
people.
my responsibility to fuck
Lashonda,
with other
listen.
kids.
I
Look at
met
this
your
shit.
father, and may he rest in peace. Okay, but your father didn't set examples for the niggas you fuck with. Okay, so he
No.
did not set a standard across the board for men to follow.
No. It was my fault for the people that I chose, because my dad was against what I chose.
Okay, but
See-
you hold your father in high esteem. So if you're holding your father in high esteem, you're disrespecting him by doing contrary to what he would do as a man.
Well, guess what?
Makes
But
sense.
guess what? It would take somebody that had his standards in order to be like him. But I didn't find nobody. Other women and men wasn't raising their sons to be nothing. See, it all go back to your upbringing too.
Yeah, and you could tell somebody.
A lot of people
somebody
ain't
fucking
raising
over
their
and over. It's like
sons to
telling
be
a toddler,
kids.
don't
They're
stick a
fuck
fork in the
boys and
electrical
all
thing.
that.
Listen,
They're
Until
not
you
being
experience it,
nothing.
it ain't gonna hit the same.
here's the thing, ladies. I don't care how you dress it up. Okay, what your plight is. Men go through the same similar characteristic things and traits that women go through. We have the same dramas. We have the same shortcomings, the whole 9 yards. Men do not play on that empathy, sympathy shit that women do all the time.
But
Okay.
that's part of being a woman. We do.
Okay. So part of being a man, we ain't accepting that shit no more. Okay. So it's just that simple. So you can ask for all the empathy and sympathy you want. If it's not in our heart to give, then fuck you and whatever you're going through. Point blank. It's just that simple.
And the same for us. If it's not in your heart to give, then motherfuck you too. Like, you know what I mean? That's how it is. Right back at you.
But
You know what? But being real
I don't have
and
20
real
people at
serious.
home waiting to get Happy Meals either. So big difference.
Hey, like I said, who's on the
I
fries?
can get my
who's on
own
the cash
goddamn Happy
register?
Meals up in here. Shit.
So they said, just go ahead and just go pick your kid up, go spend quality time and take your kid to get some McDonald's.
That would be better. That would be better.
Well, I'm talking about. I'm talking about.
That would be the trick of the
So
trade.
what you're saying is, instead of me coming and bringing my child food to the house,
Pick your child up and go take them out to eat.
No, that's what you're suggesting, but I'm not fucking you.
Shonda, we talking to a brick wall over here,
Okay,
girl.
listen,
No.
I'm only taking suggestion on holidays and birthdays, and neither one of them is present. So your suggestion don't mean shit to me. I'm dropping my child some food off, and fuck you. Simple as that. That's how we gonna do that.
Why can't you just be
But
considerate of the other kids'
but wait.
feelings and say, let me pick
But
up my
Because
child?
I don't have to do anything for your kids. They're not mine.
But no, listen.
Common sense, though. Be
But
mindful
why
of kids'
do-
emotions.
why do
Mindful
people-
my ass. Mindful my ass.
Listen.
No,
Listen.
that's called manipulation. When you women try to manipulate
Hey.
me into think and do the shit you want to. I'm saying, as a
Listen.
man, fuck what you talking about. We're not bringing 5 Happy
Listen.
Meals. We're bringing one.
And I'm saying,
I
fuck
got
what you
time.
talking about. I'm gonna go buy my own goddamn Happy Meals.
Hey,
Fuck
But you
this
keep
what I
saying that.
want to
but
know.
you- but you-
Why do when we was in the bed fucking, everything was cool and copacetic, but when we separate, because
We ain't
sometimes
in the bed fucking no
it don't
more.
sometimes it
We're
don't
not
work,
in the
right?
bed no more.
But why do we have to be so at each other's throat? Why we can't work together?
Because that's called life. It's
Yeah, but
it ain't.
life
That
can be
shit ain't
better.
normal. It is
Life
not
could be
normal to
better.
toxic as fuck with
Life
your
could
ex.
be better.
what you
You
say,
say
Steph?
what?
That ain't normal. It is not normal to be toxic as fuck with your ex. It is normal to be civilized and humane and have a conversation and
By
coherent.
whose standards? By whose standards?
But that's how real
But
life
the only
should be.
people,
But
the
we
only
got this
people that be
fucked
at
up
each other's
picture in our
throat is
mind
the
of
ones
what
that's trying to
everybody-
fuck each
how
other
everybody
over.
else's shit is. That shit ain't normal. That's some narcissistic ass shit. And no, it ain't normal.
Okay, so I'm talking about you can put any title you want on it. I'm talking about you. Your title doesn't define who a motherfucker is and how they move and operate. So who gives a fuck about your title?
I give a fuck about my title because it is what it is. It's a fact. If motherfuckers
Okay,
that are toxic as
just
fuck,
like-
you ain't
just-
doing nothing. Hold
just-
on. Let me talk. You ain't doing nothing but harming the kid at the end of the day. You ain't
They're
serving. If
not
you want
my
to be bitter and
kids.
fucking
They're
negative,
not my kids. They're not my fucking
still harming,
kids.
motherfucker. You still harming your kid by being a toxic ass motherfucker. Like at the end of the
Oh,
day.
You know, I knew this one man. I knew this one man where he met this lady and she had about 5 kids. And wait, but he never had one kid with her. But he stepped in there and married the woman. And guess what? Those kids loved him because he showed them something that they wasn't seeing with their fathers. But he took that time out to be a role model to those kids, and they loved him beyond everything.
Why?
And he
why,
loved them, and he never even had a
Wait a
kid.
minute.
He never even
why
had a
is
kid with the woman.
everything got to be upon the expectancy of a woman? You do not
It doesn't have to be.
make the rules in life. You don't.
No,
make the rules
I didn't
in
make the
life.
rules. This man was telling me the story about it.
Fuck
You
that
know what I'm
man.
saying?
Fuck that man.
No, I ain't fuck that man. No, he was being a man.
That
No,
man
he was
doesn't
being a
set the
man.
standard for other men to follow. He
That's
No, he
what
don't
happens.
set the
But once
standards,
it's him,
but-
you ain't gonna find a dude like that, and that's just the bottom line.
Good.
You know?
Good.
At the end of the day, if you're bitter
I hope-
with
I
your
hope-
ex and
I
you're
But I
toxic,
mean-
it's not gonna be helpful to be toxic.
Well,
It don't make. I'm talking about. I'm not understanding how y'all feel in your minds that everything has to be the way you want it, conducive to your way of thinking.
It doesn't have to be anyway. It should be peaceful because we're fucking adults. We're not little kids. We're not teenagers. We're adults, and we need to be peaceful
Okay,
and
how many
mindful
people?
of the people
Okay,
that we
Steph,
hurt along the way. When we
how
don't,
many people are in the world? How many people in this fucking world?
that's the problem with the world. That's why we're not being taught in the
Trillions.
first place. Because the
My
majority of
point
the world
exactly.
follows your way of
Nobody
thinking.
thinking-
That's
Nobody
where we're at right now.
Like
Is it
step for
helpful?
step. The
Ramon,
majority of people
Lola.
don't think like you.
we got
It's
somebody in
just-
the chat. Lola, she want to come on. She said send the link. She said she can't take it no more. She said send the link right now to Lola
Send her
One
the
Bay.
link.
Lola One Bay want to come on. Got something to say.
Get it and send it to me.
Oh, I don't know. Lola, you got to play. Lola, send your email address.
But here's the thing. All I'm saying is this. I'm playing devil's advocate. The way you women think, and I'm speaking about women in general. The way you think is it has to always be persuasive and empathize more on your side than it does the man's side. And that's not how life works. It's been that way. Y'all wanted to declare this fucking independence. You got it. Live with it. You know what I'm saying? A man's going to do what the fuck he want to do, and it's not based on how the fuck you feel no more. It's just that simple. It's just like y'all want money and security. You say all a man want is pussy. Give us our pussy. We give you a little security and then get the fuck on. How about that?
That's why you.
How about
single.
not that? Okay, you said you ain't say a little bit of that, but you said a little bit of security. I don't know. If I'm giving you all of that, I'm gonna get all the security.
Yeah.
Well, that may be the case now, but it ain't always been.
Yeah. Well, all I got to say is.
Yeah,
I ain't
because you know
scared of
what?
no kid.
Just like it don't have a manual, and then That's why it's so many messed up relationships, because there ain't no manual. And then it's like some people didn't even raise the kids to be nothing. So when they go out there and get with somebody, they destroy their life. And you know, and then we have just this we have this repeated thing over and over again.
This fantasy world that y'all creating for yourself. That's what I'm not understanding.
The bottom line is the world is lacking that 1% who set the standard. That's the bottom line, period.
So
to me, it's like it's so many bitter people in the world that's why it keeps the mess going. You know what I'm saying? Because
why
having a heart.
That's why relationships are all
they're not
fucked up.
doing what you want them to do.
No. See, the thing about it is, I don't ask people to do certain things. I do certain things to set the standards of how I operate. So I'm hoping, they will follow suit. And if they don't, oh well, next.
All I'm saying is this, y'all do what the fuck y'all want to do, because I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do at 63. Ain't no woman gonna influence that, no way, whether it's with pussy, money, none of that shit. But my thing is this.
When you gonna love them though?
You have to do whatever you feel is happy. You can put whatever title or definition you want on a man that doesn't do the things that you want, but in reality, it doesn't change the man. It doesn't, because it's almost like you're looking for this unicorn man to exist, to placate to your ego. That's what it is. Okay, where if he does a lot of things and blows sunshine up your ass, then everything's cool. It's almost like that happy wife, happy life, but that's not a reality.
I think you're wrong. I think if the right girl came along and showed you how she can respect a man and support you, I think you would automatically fold and say, you know what, this woman deserves it because she respects me and has my back. And you're gonna do that off top.
Step. Listen, pick your words, choose your words correctly. Fold. I'm not gonna fold for no bitch or no situation in life. That's not gonna happen. So pick your words wisely.
No, I think
female comes to my life and willing to do the shit that you're alluding to, then yeah, I may be a man to that woman. But until I meet that woman, fuck them hoes. Seriously.
Well, I agree with that. Hey, I'm not saying nothing. I'm just saying if the right woman came along and showed you a different way, I think you would be like, you know what? I want to do this out of my heart. Like, you know what I mean?
That's it.
But in reality, we are designed like that. Because if a man showed a woman the love that
you're saying you're not going to do it. And I think you would do it. I think you got that heart.
And if a man feel the love that he's looking for, he's going to fold. And we all gonna be some folding.
What I think is you need to tighten up on your English and understand the words that you're utilizing.
I understand the words that I'm using.
Ain't no real man gonna fold for no fucking female. But it don't work like that.
You know what?
She told you she don't speak no other language, nigga. Y'all forgot she don't speak no other language but English. Remember, she didn't even know what Drip said to her. And where Drip go anyways? He's standing on top of that car back there.
Listen. Let me say this for all you people in this. I don't know who this dude Cornell.
What happened to that fool?
He pressed the wrong button, man. He done logged himself off.
Take his ass in a timeout. He's getting feisty over there.
Think about women that like.
I'm gonna go through these comments real quick. There's hella comments. Fuck.
Here you go.
Hey, let me answer this dude's question, Fred. Mm-hmm. This dude Cornell. So tell me is it for you to think about women like that? What is the reason for you thinking like this? Have you been hurt where it's like, fuck women now because you're 63-year-old? First of all, man, you sound stupid as fuck. Okay? You one of them those sympathizing ass niggas that then jumped on the fucking talk show trying to score some brownie points. Is there some female on here you trying to fuck? Because if that's the case, the shit you talking about don't mean shit. Everybody that's walking this earth have been hurt in a relationship or disappointed sometime or another. I love women. I'm not in a relationship because I just recently got out of a relationship. It's not that I can't be in a relationship, but I can say whatever I want to say, and it doesn't mean that I hate women. It's almost like you're implying that I'm gay, nigga. The fuck out of here with that shit.
I like Cornell. Thank you, Cornell.
I got that email from what you call it? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, y'all keep talking while I send this to Ramon.
Wait, what was Lola saying? I can't keep up with all those comments. There's too many of them.
They supposed to be asking questions. Like old goofball just did. What this nigga say?
She said wildin'.
LaShonda, we can't hear you.
No, I'm talking about this dude Cornell.
Oh man, that's y'all almost got the same name. Y'all
Now,
almost
everybody's
identical.
been hurt. Everybody's been hurt. And the thing about it is you have to learn how to deal with the hurt and process it. So when you go to the next relationship, you don't carry that hurt into how you treat them. I had to learn that. And you know, when you get screwed over so much, it's just like you just go into like a rage. So it's like when the people come to you, even they be sincere, but it's like, okay, what's your thing? Because I know you got some bull crap coming, you know, but you got to really give a person a chance. Let them screw up. You can't sit there and screw up for them.
Yeah, I'm not doing it unless we're in a full-blown relationship and we live together. That's it.
No shit.
That's my
I just want
opinion.
to say, I feel like Ramon's the type of dude that will let a kid run across the street.
And get hit.
But you know what? I know him. He wouldn't.
Yeah, he just talking, huh?
Yeah, he wouldn't.
I want to know where this dude Cornell is at.
Oh
Let's
man,
bring him
y'all got
down
the
from
same
the
name.
hill. Come on, Cornell,
Hey.
let's go.
Hey, Paps and Snaps, Big Snaps.
Oh, he said, "Where are you at? Where are you? Where are you?"
Y'all the
I'm
same
"Come on,
people,
Cornell,
man. Hey, y'all got the same name, Paps and Big Snaps.
Yeah, I'm gonna ignore this goofy, but you know, Vegas ain't no real big city, man. So all I'm gonna say is this, man. I'm talking about mine speak for itself. So whenever
Are
you
you
see
saying he
me,
could get it any day? You need to calm down over there.
yeah, no. All I'm saying is, when you see me, Cornell Tisdale, have that same energy, man. So with that, you can either comment to the show. Or you know, I can just cut you off. It's that simple.
Let him come into the show. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm serious, and I'm not your homie. I'm done. I'm past that homie shit. Okay, so like I said, man, keep that same
Cornell,
energy.
post your email so we can send you a link.
Yeah, you don't run the show, Step. Okay, we're done with that. Okay?
Oh, Kayla too.
Who?
Finally, Kayla want to come on, huh?
Kayla.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Kayla want to come on with Lola One Babe.
Who? Kayla?
Kids. Yeah, I'm not doing it unless I'm in a full-blown relationship. That's all it is to it. Damn, I can't copy this shit.
Tiana, it ain't even about that. I'll call you later and talk to you. I'm done with that conversation. I'm moving on to something else.
All right, you got both emails from Lola and Kayla. It's in your text.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah. Hey, he gonna send y'all the link to your email address. Just click that first link, then y'all can come on.
All right.
It's about to be women against men now. I can already feel it coming. All right, Kayla, if you're gonna do that, give it to her. Check your email box, Kayla. For when he send you that link to your email, just click it.
And what's this other one?
You just use that second one, the October one.
Okay.
So if you guys married the lady, right, with the kids or whatever, and you got a child with her,
Yeah.
so do you feed the kids all together, or do y'all just feed your kids?
No, I mean y'all together, y'all. It's a package deal if y'all together. If I'm just dating her, we don't live together, we don't nothing, and taking care of kids, I'm probably not going to do that unless I want to do it at that time. You know what I mean?
I mean, I can see
don't want her to feel
that. I can see that.
obligated. I don't want her to feel obligated because she's a single mom that I'm going to just jump in taking care of your kids and spending my money on them. Don't do that. You know,
I could do that.
Yeah, we living together and you my girl, then I mean, I guess you ain't got no choice. I mean, it come with the territory.
You are obligated at that point.
Yeah, I mean, shit. Yeah.
So that's the package.
But I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something real that they kind of like fucked me up one time. And I moved to Vegas the first time in 2013, and I was trying to transition from this music shit into a 9-to-5 job. And so at that time, I was trying to like get on my feet. I was dating a woman with 3 kids, and we all lived together, got a house out here, and nigga money wasn't long at that time, this holiday season. And cause we lived together, and your kids in front of my face on Christmas morning, I only had money to buy her kids presents. I didn't even have no money left over to buy my own kid a present and mail it to him. So I ain't gonna lie to you, that did fuck me up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like being put in that situation sometime where, now you taking care of somebody else's kids that ain't yours, and you didn't even have enough bread to even take care of your own that holiday. You know what I mean? So
But you see how you said it
some
fucked
guys
you up
get
because
trapped
it's a
in that.
moral thing.
Huh?
I think it's just a given. You see how you said it fucked you up, like you felt some type of way about it?
Yeah.
I think it's just a given thing when it comes to kids, because all in all, people just, I think especially when you're together, living together, it's just a given thing. It's just like it comes with the territory. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And Cornell, you right on that. He say, if y'all just dating, you shouldn't be introduced to the kids anyways. You know what I'm saying? That's true, because I know people that bring their kids around day one. Kids
I
have
do
met all
too.
kind of men. Oh, there go Drip right there, boy. Shoot, we done forgot all about the homie.
Clark was there today. He ain't making
So,
me
Drip,
laugh
what's
today.
your
Last time
take
he
on it?
damn near killed me.
What's more your take on it?
I agree with Freddie. I mean, it comes with the territory, if y'all serious, me personally, I'm never going to be in a situation like that. But
there you go. Mm-hmm.
I work for somebody else. That's a lot, I don't have a bunch of kids, so.
Kayla, where you at? She done slowed down the comments. Uh-oh. And look, hold on. Kayla.
What's taking so long?
You gotta put your face on. We can't see you.
Kayla, you right here.
Press the camera.
Kayla, you right here. Should we go on that side because it's more light? We need your person. Wait, they can hear you. I know.
Kayla. see.
I don't
Uh-oh. And listen, only one person talk at a time, because we can't hear both y'all if y'all both talking. Now, who's Lola one? Lola one. All right, come on in the camera. Hey, Kayla. Yeah, turn your camera sideways. Turn the phone sideways.
Why we gotta put the camera sideways?
Because that way your picture take up the area there.
Ron, fuck out. Taylor, get your ass over here. Now Ron, move.
All right, what's up, Lola? What you was disagreeing with?
I can't even hear shit. Give me the controller, Ron.
It's delayed.
Oh, it's delayed.
Okay, what are we doing here? Watching them run around in the kitchen or what?
See?
Okay, what are we doing
We're
here?
waiting
Watching
for them to get
run around in
situated.
the kitchen or what?
Don't listen. Don't piss me off, sir. Don't piss me off, sir.
Who you talking to?
I think she's talking to your ass.
Who you talking to?
You obviously.
Oh, that Wi-Fi, boy.
Well, you can come on here, Miss Lola, and be respectful, or you can get off. It don't matter to me.
He said they came deep.
You're not respectful to nobody. You won't even give the ladies a chance to talk. You want to over talk people, and that's your problem. That's why I hopped
All right,
on
you
here,
have a
'cause
good
you
one.
the problem. You need to pipe down. Ain't nobody, everybody being nice and don't want to say nothing to you, but I'm going to say what I got to say. Calm down.
Is that all you want to say?
So you can
Is that
say.
all you want to say?
I like her.
So, it seemed like it's a delay. I don't know why it's a delay, but
Volume down.
everything is like super late.
That's just how it is. It's if your Wi-Fi is like that, it's delayed. It's like that, it's delayed.
Oh, they're trying to watch it on TV. Y'all trying to watch it on TV. Don't pay attention to the monitor. Just talk
Okay,
on the phone.
so what was the lady talking about earlier?
Don't pay attention to the monitor.
Well, I can't hear it from the phone. I can only hear it from the TV. Hold on
Yeah.
one second.
And who is this, Fred?
Mm-hmm. A new watcher.
Damn near feel like Kevin Samuels, but Steph, you hold on because I got something for your ass.
Well, I'm trying to see if my people gonna hop on here. Hold on. Let me see if my people gonna hop on here.
Okay, well, hey Lolo,
Yeah.
we're gonna move on until you get ready. Okay? Okay, well. Okay, so what's the next question?
Let's see. There wasn't no more after that. People just laughing. There wasn't no more questions. Steph, where you go? Oh, there she go.
I'm right here.
Where'd you at?
I didn't want to laugh on camera. 'cause I
You know, it's kind of funny to me, Steph, that you when you talk, if you're not validated by the comments, you don't really have shit to say other than
I
bullshit.
don't need to be validated by nobody. I don't need to be valid. I don't even look at them damn comments. I don't need to be validated, but I like people that just speak freely. Like I speak freely. I don't care. I say it for what it is. But I mean, if you feel some type of way, you shouldn't feel no type of way because they don't mean it personally towards anybody. It's just a conversation we're having. You know what I mean?
I'm talking to you. This ain't got nothing to do with no feelings.
Yeah, well, you're trying to say that I need to be validated. Like, what the fuck does the comments? I can't even see the comments. That ain't got shit to do with me. You know what I mean? But I mean, I think, again, if they speak freely, because most people, like you said, they don't have the balls to get up there and speak freely, let alone to hop on here. You know what I mean? So ain't nothing wrong with that.
So let me ask you a question. You think because a person get on here and say ignorant shit, that means something?
I don't think it was ignorant, and I don't think she meant it. Again, personally, I think when we react,
I'm not even talking about her. I'm just speaking in general.
I don't think she was speaking ignorant.
I'm not talking about her. You're not listening. You got selective.
I'm listening to you. I'm listening.
About her. I said, do you think it's the appropriate thing to do if someone gets on just talking shit? I didn't say nothing about this lady.
No, I don't think she was talking shit, and I don't think the audio is coming through on her end the right way. So I don't think she meant to. Again, I don't think she was trying to say anything that is going to impact you on a personal level. I think it's just the audio thing.
So you don't think I'm capable of being the host of this show to defend myself?
Yes, I do. Of course.
Okay.
Otherwise, I wouldn't be on this show.
Okay.
The fuck?
That's when you run out of words. Just end it with the fuck. Oh, boy, drip man. We need some laughter up in here, man. We need some kind of game we can use, man.
Say what?
We need some kind of game, man, we can use real quick. You know what I'm saying? We need some laughter up in here.
Or why is he so quiet today? What the hell's going on?
Who?
Drip over there. He's super quiet.
I'm here.
I don't know, but anyhow.
Come on, Drip. You still pulling up? If she got kids, you still pulling up?
you know,
so
let me say this for all the people in the comment box, right? I love and admire your comments. It doesn't define who I am because you actually don't know who I am outside of this camera. So with that being said, keep that shit coming. All it does is boost the rates up. I love
there
it.
You go.
There you go. We have an open dialogue.
That's right.
That's what we like to hear. Yeah. And that nigga, that came from a 63-year-old nigga right there. See that maturity right there?
So, you know, I'm talking about, well, I can't
not to change the subject.
I can't say this to the public. I'll say it to you when we get off the air. So, any questions? Janetta, you always got something. So hold on, because I know you should say something. Miss Janetta, I met you on numerous occasions. You've been invited on this show on numerous occasions, and you still choose to throw rocks from the dark. So why don't you get your intellectual ass on the show so we can talk face to face? I'm talking about instead of you just commenting shit. No, yes, I did. Yes, I did. You know. So yeah.
Hey, Alan got your back. Alan just got on her.
Who did?
Alan.
All right, people. You know, enough of the shenanigans. Come on with the questions. So we can do this because you know some of us got to get up and go to work in the morning.
Gotta go provide.
I got to go on Master's Plantation and get that money.
You go buy them Happy Meals. Shit.
Why? Janetta, do you drink?
Janetta is drunk.
So,
She said she's only seen her one time. Wow.
Janetta, do you
Oh,
drink?
Hey,
Janetta.
my humble apologies, Janetta. I didn't mean to. I apologize. So do we have any more questions from the comment box? Why are you bringing up somebody else? You Janetta, don't get me started on your ass, seriously. Because now you're being messy.
What's she doing now?
Just saying stupid shit.
Okay, I got a question for the men. For the men.
Because
If you met a woman with kids and say the fathers or father is not in their life, would you adopt that kid when going into marriage?
No.
why not?
Why?
Yeah, there's no need
Why
for
not?
it.
Well, if you wanted your last name.
Okay,
No.
if you
If
married
those kids really loved you and looked up to you and they wanted your last name because you were a father to them and you showed them what a man should
LaShawn,
be.
your question is suggestive. And no, men don't have to adopt a child just because you're in a marriage. I'm talking about if you're with the woman, that means that's a package deal. You're going to provide for that child. You don't need to.
No, I'm not saying it from the woman point of view. The child wants you to adopt them.
What? How many children do you? Come on, children don't come up and ask men to adopt them.
Okay, listen.
Anything can
I
happen.
work for the school district, right? So these are the conversations that we have with the kids. You know, they have a man that's in their life that showed them something because their father wasn't there. And so they look up to this man and they want that man to adopt them because they want the same last name as that man that's taking care of them.
But
And so that's why I'm posing the question.
to answer your question, no. You can ask some of the men in the comment box.
Okay, the ones that's in the comment box. The question is, if you meet a woman that have kids that have baby fathers or a father that is not in the picture and the kids really look up to you and you're talking about marrying their mom, but the kid wants you to adopt them, would you adopt them?
Well, I'm talking about the consensus, with the exception of Mr. Tisdale, is no.
Because then you can have problems on the back end with the dad who might not be present or get out of jail. He's like, what the hell? You didn't change my kid's last name without my approval. That was my first son.
No, but I'm saying, you know, the only right thing to do is to ask the permission. You know what I'm saying? Don't just jump up and
He gonna tell you no. So you already know the answer. He gonna tell you, hell no, I don't want my kid changed.
But let me say this, LaShawn. There's a lot of factors that go into that, because if say you meet average working father, right? That has taken that has become very fond of this child. So he's, you know, it's inherent in men. If they like you, they pretty much love you. You know, so he says, okay, well, I love your mom. We're getting married, and I want you to be a part of the family. Okay, that's maybe something that's not so typical across the board. But now, if you're dealing with a man that has, I don't want to say high value, but a man that's financially up there, there's a lot of things you got to consider, because you got to thinking about a will, a living trust. If he has kids, because the mother is going to expect something to be left to her child. So now you got so many factors that come into play. That's the reason I'm saying no. You know, if I'm with you and I love your child, I don't need to adopt a child. I adopted a child when I embraced him. Everything doesn't have to be done through a court system. It doesn't. You know, if I
Y'all must ain't watched Claudine.
What's that?
Y'all seen the movie? Y'all seen the movie Claudine?
No.
No, y'all ain't see that. It's
No.
a good movie.
So,
Where can I watch it at? What's it called again?
Claudine.
Where's it at? On Netflix?
It's with James Earl Jones in his younger
Oh
days.
yeah, I knew it. I had it on mute.
Yeah.
I said that must be an old ass movie because the name Claudine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got all the actors off the TV show 227. You know what I'm saying?
It was good. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
good.
man.
so you know, to me, it seems like we're getting back to what's always expected of a woman as opposed to the considerations of a man. And it then, you know, when we get into those situations, then what it does is it puts the man automatically against the woman, because you have subscribed to an ideology that a man may not be willing to subscribe to. So
Okay. Positive
okay.
women.
Okay, but again, you know, when women say what a real man, and you use that terminology, what a real man is, you know, you don't find too many men that say that in reference to women.
Oh yeah, yeah, we do.
No,
Yeah,
what men reference to women is either you're a lady, you're a hoe, or you're a bitch, or slut, and I can keep going on and on. That's what men reference to.
That's
So-
what we reference to too.
You being silly now, Steph. You know, so but
I'm dead ass serious.
No, she
I'm
did
dead ass
for real.
serious. Either you a lady,
for
you a
real.
bitch, or you a hoe. That's really what there's 3 categories. And I'm being serious. I mean that dead ass serious.
well, if that's truly the case, then let's go back to the choices you made when it comes to the men that you chose to bear children with. You know, so we're those.
Well, what about the women that? Okay, so let's pose the question the other way. So, say a man has a kid, right? And the man is working a job that's kind of demanding of the hours, but he's the one that has the child, but then he wants his girl to be at home more so that he can have more custody of the child. Is it fair to the woman, because that's not her child, but is it fair to the woman to
No, it's not. It's not fair to the woman, because at the end of the day, your children or your child is your responsibility. It's not your mate's. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what comments are brought in. At the end of the day, just like I'll use my daughter as example, she's my responsibility and solely my responsibility. That's the reason I make all the necessary means to provide for her well-being when I'm at work. You know what I'm saying? So I don't expect anybody to come in and do anything. Now, if that's what you're doing out of the kindness of your heart, do it for that purpose. Don't do it because I feel that you should be obligated. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
So, you know,
It does, and I
men,
like the way you put that, and I think it's the same way for us. The way you express that, I feel like that was a really good way to put it, because it's a 2-way street at the end of the day.
right.
You know what I mean?
So you
And I
know,
also like the fact that your view is not one-sided. Like you feel when you cut at first when you were speaking about it, it seemed kind of one-sided, but now that you kind of clarified on the topic, I see where you stand. It's like on both sides. Like you don't expect either side.
Steph, let me say this, because I know you don't really know me, and I'm gonna say this for all the viewers. As the host of this show, okay, there's a objective to this show. We talk about this in our briefing. They don't understand that, okay? So they make these weird and outrageous comments because they don't understand the objective of the show. This shit is not for real, okay? This is for entertainment. So when people get so caught up in their feelings about me as the host making certain statements, I try to base my statements on facts and my personal experiences. I can't base my narrative on the comment box, because usually I cut the comment box off. You know what I'm saying? Because it's too much of a distraction. Our thing is to create a dialogue to get people involved, okay? This, again, for all you people in the comment box, is for entertainment. So when you say the things that you say, I can take offense to it. I don't. You know what I'm saying? No matter how you choose to describe what was said, it's never personal with me because it's entertainment. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, I can see these people on the streets and I would treat them with the utmost respect, despite what they comment in the box, unless they came up to me and said something disrespectful. And it's the same thing on this show. You have to remember, everybody that has come on this show, I've said the same thing to them in the briefing. This is a show based on entertainment. You're brought on here because your perspective is different from mine. Okay? The people in the audience don't know that. So we have to keep things going the way that we designed it to go. You see what I'm saying? Despite their comments, because they're going to make comments, right, wrong, and indifference. And I'm not tripping on that, because I have a right to comment back to them, but we have to stay focused on what we're doing. Okay? We do. Now, tonight is an open forum. So these people, what they're saying, that's their opinion. Just like what we're saying is our opinion. You know, I'm talking about realistically. Here's my thing, Step, just so you know. And LaShonda knows this. I don't date outside my race. Never have. I'm not saying that I never will. I'm just saying I haven't. I love Black women. What I don't like about a lot of Black women, not all Black women, is just some of their perspectives. And I have a right to feel that way. You know what I'm saying? So if that bothers people in the comment box, that and they feel that I'm a mad, angry, Black 63-year-old man, I'm a 63-year-old man that's got my shit in order. Okay, fuck what they saying and what they think. It doesn't matter to me. You see what I'm saying? I have to do what's best for me and my family, just like they have to do what's best for their family. Just like you got to do what's best for your family. When I posed the question to you about, do you see yourself in the near future being in a relationship, you were very honest about it. You know, and transparent. No, I don't. So I kind of threw a joke in there. Well, you going to get a cat or a dog? See, when people don't have a realistic discernment, then they have what's called selective hearing, and that's what they base their opinions on. Okay, so it's fine that this is a public show, a public platform, so they're entitled to their opinions, and I'm not trying to refute. All I say is, if these people, which I know a lot of them won't, if you want to be on the show, it's easier for me to dialogue with you on the show as it is me trying to stop the show and then go in the comment box. Does that make sense? So, you know, I'm talking about, hey, my hat off to each and every person in the comment box. That's their opinion. But we have to stay focused on what we have to do. You know, our job is to entertain these people, to get them to buy into what we're doing. And,
It's not,
and
I think it's deeper than that. I think the topics we talk about are very real, and our experiences are very real, and what we bring to
oh
the table
yes,
is very real
most
for each of
definitely,
us.
most definitely.
Yeah.
That is. But what I'm saying is, we're not authorities. We're not specialists. We're average run of the mill people that have opinions. We have different experiences in life. Okay, some of our experience, correlate with the other person's or some of the people on the panel, and some of the people it doesn't. That's all I'm saying. But as the host, it's my job to create the narrative for this show. So despite what the comments are, I do what I do, and I'm good at it because I'm getting the responses I expect.
Great job. Great job. Because you are getting those comments.
Right.
Here's the thing.
Drip sleep.
Hey, you know
Hey,
what?
We ain't gotta do no explaining. We already had this conversation before the show, and what we say, this was gonna happen based on this topic. You know what I'm saying?
Me and you talked about it. We talked about it earlier.
This is gonna happen based on the topic. So
it's all good. So let's get back on subject, because I'm gonna probably have to have somebody go through and dissect this and put it back together the way it's supposed to. Steph, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
And you have children by two different men, correct? Okay. So would you say that these two men have some similar characteristics?
No,
No.
they're opposites.
They're
One's a mark and the other one's solid. The second one is solid.
So wait a minute. So you're declaring on an open platform that your children's father is a mark?
Junior is a fucking mark. I'm gonna put your ass on blast because I don't like your ass. Yes, Junior's a mark. Uba solid.
Okay. Now this is not directed towards you by any means, right? So if he's a mark, how many children did you have by him?
Like you said, I had to go through the fucking circle.
Wait a minute.
Five. I had five.
I just asked you a simple question. How many children did you have by him? I can't say I'm only seeing half your hand. How many? 5? So if I was
Don't start doing no math over there now.
So if I was to ask you another question, what do you think it would be?
I ain't gonna answer you if you ask me how long I ran in circles with this mark.
Wow.
But you have, again, we hard-headed, and I think, again, when you love somebody, you believe in them, and that's just how it is. But you grow through what you go through, and some of us are just more hard-headed than others because we believe and have hope that people are going to come around. But you got to draw a line, you know what I mean, and say this is what we're not going to do, and then just keep it pushing. But you see the difference day and night. It's like I had that mark, and then I never. When you go through that, you won't ever deal with nobody like on that level again. You know what I mean?
So as a woman, and I'm gonna ask you this too, LaShonda, as a woman, when you meet a man, okay, and you and this man converse and y'all date and then y'all become intimate, what are the thoughts that go through your mind once you become intimate with this man?
Well, I don't think it's not like you're thinking like, oh, we're gonna have kids together. You just go with the flow. Like, you go on a bunch of dates and then it just happens and then you just kind of go with the flow. But I think when you get pregnant, that's when you start having thoughts, is when you're like, fuck, like, is this a person I should be having kids? We start thinking about that because we know in our mind I could go left to right. And to be honest with you, we know even before we get pregnant if we're with the mark or not, but we ignore those red flags. You know what I mean? Until we think back and we're like, damn, there was this red flag, this red flag, this red flag. Then we realize that we ignored those red flags, even though they're mindful. We were mindful and they were in our mind.
What about you, LaShonda?
Well, like she said, you kind of go with the flow of the feelings that you accumulating or whatever. But then at one point in time, you'll start thinking like, could I really go the extra mile with this person? Can, get married and, start building and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, everybody don't be thinking about nothing. They just trying to see how everything's going first. They coasting basically. And then when certain things happen in a relationship, then it make you start thinking like, okay, what's next?
So and I noticed that both of you use the terminology "go with the flow." So kind of define. I'm not very educated, so can you define for me what in
Go with
layman's what
going with the flow is like, okay, we go on this date, this stuff happened. Okay, so where we going next? The next date happened, and that whatever happened in that date, that's what we saying about go with the flow. It's not like, oh, I'm finna plan everything out. You don't start planning everything out until you say, oh yeah, we're a couple. Now you starting to plan things out because you're trying to go somewhere.
And then you asked a question about why do we stay with these marks for so long, right? And I that really got me thinking, because I was like, well, what the hell was it? So I think for every individual it's going to be different. But for me, I was not raised with two parents in a house. So in my mind, I was like, well, I want to raise my kids with two parents, and that's why my dumb ass stayed, going in circles trying to make it work. But I was wasting my damn time.
But I grew up in a house with both my parents, right? And I stayed in a relationship, in my mind, I saw potential, right? But it's like you be so wishful and so hopeful that this person would get the just of, walking potential. And you want to prove, to your parents that you can find somebody and have a relationship just like how they did. But in reality, those red flags is red flags for a reason. And if we would look at those red flags and, moved accordingly, then we wouldn't be in those situations for so long.
I'm so sorry to interrupt y'all. I got to hop off this. Thank you for having me. I hope you all have a great night. And thank you. I hope to see you guys again.
Thank you for being a guest, Steph.
All right.
Thanks.
All right,
Bye.
Steph. Drip sleep, boy. That nigga done. He well done.
Drip.
Well done.
Nah. You on live TV and sleep.
Slumped.
So let's, Fred, do you have any questions for LaShonda?
I don't got no questions.
All right. Well, we've been on for about 2 hours. Let's bring this to a close. With that being said, I'd like to thank everybody that participated in the comment box. Thank you for your input. It's very well received and appreciated. As always, LaShonda and Fred, thank you. Drip for drifting off. So with that being said, I
he's still gonna be on when we get home.
I extend this courtesy to each and every person in the comment box. If you would like to be a guest on the show, please contact Fred, and he will arrange it. It's easier to dialogue with you when you're on camera as opposed to the comment box. Comment box is too much of a distraction. So and a lot of people, the second half is supposed to have been you asking the panel questions, but I think it was more so making statements. So there's a difference between making a statement and asking a question. So with that being said, thank each and every one of you again. God bless you. Please be safe out there. I love each and every one of you. If you believe it or not, you know, it's true. But again, you do that, Alan. And so Lola, don't feel like that, boo. It ain't that serious. And if you want to talk to me, hit me in my inbox and we'll chop it up. Seriously, before I go to bed. And you, Janetta, I still love you, but I think you got y'all hold tight, friend.
Hey, look at Shalon. Shalon got a question for you.
What you do you? Oh yeah, oh most definitely. Hey, come on, man. You know you could throw all the blood signs, all that. That don't mean nothing to me, man. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you stay up too, B-Dog. So with that being said, y'all take care. You know, y'all hold on for it. Let me cut this off.